What's cracking, guys? Omar Isaf, back with another video. Let me tell you a little story. I saw my boy, Igor, aka Vitruvian Physique, come here to Fortis Fitness and do a video, part of his Ascension series, which I think is great. I'm gonna link it in the description, testing out how many pull-ups he could do in one set. And he got 22, which is a lot of reps. That's a lot of cardio. And I left a comment saying, damn man, that's a lot of reps. And someone replied to me and say, hey, why don't you try it out? And I don't back down from a challenge. I am a big boy, I'm a thick boy, I'm a peach boy. I don't know if I'm gonna get 22 repetitions, but the first part of this video is going to be me seeing how many pull-ups I could do in one set. And then the second part of the video is going to be giving tips on how to explode your pull-ups. You see, I made a previous video, also linked in the description, assuming that you could do at least 15 pull-ups and how to use weighted pull-ups to build a bigger back. But if you can't do 15 continuous pull-ups, that's a problem and you need to increase that. So for everyone out there right now that can maybe only do 5 repetitions, 6 repetitions, 10 repetitions at once, I got you covered. That's gonna be the second part of this video. Before I go on, I will say that body weight is a huge component of this. If you're 130 pounds because your weight is the load being lifted, it's a lot easier than if you weigh 250 pounds. So don't become jaded or mad or think pull-ups suck just because you can't do any. Let's become better at them. And I think every single male can work their way up, even if you weigh 250 pounds, to doing 15 repetitions on the pull-up body weight. But without further ado, the serve clam don't back down from no challenge. Let's see how many pull-ups I could do in one set. $28. Is that what you counted as? Mm-hmm. Did all the reps count?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was his approval. So, 28 reps. Got one thing to say, Igor. Look, bro, you may not like this, but this is what peak performance looks like. All right, guys, now I want to get into how to become better at pull-ups. I already made a video for those that are already capable of doing about 15 pull-ups continuously. If this isn't you, don't worry. This is what this video is all about, how to become better at pull-ups, so eventually you could do weighted pull-ups. Like anything else, progression is really important. Progression essentially just means making progress, doing more repetitions, doing more volume, doing a heavier load. So we eventually want to get to weighted pull-ups, but if you can't do 12 continuous pull-ups, then doing weighted pull-ups probably isn't going to be effective for you. What I'm about to say is going to work for anyone that could bang out at least a couple pull-ups, anywhere between at least 4 to 5 pull-ups in a row. And all you want to do throughout the week is something that Pavel Tsatsouline talked about called greasing the groove. Greasing the groove is where you do a lot of volume. So nothing at a high RPE, which means you're never going to fail when it comes to the pull-ups. You're basically going to work at RP 7s, RP 8s. So if you have a 5 rep max on a body weight pull-up, you'd be doing sets of 3. It'd be easy for you. So that'd be roughly like an RP 8 or whatever. We have at least 2 good reps left in the tank. But the key here is to accumulate good volume so your back gets stronger. And so you don't just do 1 set of 3, you'll do 5 sets of 3. So let's say your 1 rep max, or not your 1 rep max, so your max amount of pull-ups would be 5 repetitions. All right, so you do 1 set, that's 5 reps. That's not enough volume. What you should do is sets of 3, 5 sets, so that's 15 total reps, and then you do that a few times a week. And you could change up the rep variations. In fact, in the description, I have a little routine on how to progress week to week, adding sets, then adding repetitions slowly over time, so you can work your way up to doing 12 to 15 repetitions on the pull-up continuously. But the key component is to do them a lot, never go close to failure, and then demonstrate good form. So now I'm gonna show you guys what an RPE 7 or 8 looks like. I'll just do a set of 5, And I want you to note how the technique looks. When you're doing lower RP sets, you want to make sure every rep is perfect. When you're doing high repetition sets, it's fine if slowly over time the elbows kind of roll back, or maybe you don't extend the elbow all the way. But when you can't do a lot of pull-ups, you want to really get that neural efficiency, right? Learning how to do the movement. And that's why you'll notice at the bottom, I fully extended. At the top, I led with the chest. And also, when you see with the pull-up, I went faster on the concentrics on the way up because we want to improve that rate of force development, but on the way down, it was slightly more controlled. So, even though you're doing a lot of reps, the big thing I want to say is not to do any junk reps. So this is an example of people who say, oh yeah, I'll get a lot of volume, I'll just do like my 5 sets of 5 or whatever and I'll be good. And their pull-ups look like this. And that was only 4 reps, where they're just shortening the range of motion, they're using too much momentum. Use the pull-up as a primary back builder, but actually use the back. So proper technique is absolutely critical. In the description, I have a low progression scheme. For everyone out there, how often should you be training pull-ups? At least 3 times a week. And like I said before, the key is not to go to failure. Gradually over time, if all you could do is sets of 3 or sets of 4, you want to eventually bump that up. So maybe week 3, instead of doing sets of 3 or 4, because you'll be strong enough at that point, instead of doing, 10 total reps on pull-ups, 3 times a week, that's roughly, let's say, 15 reps. That's about 45 reps first 10 reps. So you're doing a lot more volume. Eventually let it creep up. So you do sets of 5, a few weeks later sets of 6, all the way to the point where I'd say personally for anyone that could probably bang out 4 to 5 repetitions of pull-ups, it should take you maximum 10 weeks to work your way up to doing sets of 10 and having a max pull-up rep of maybe 12 to 15. And from there, you can refer in the video below in the description where I list all about how to use weighted pull-ups, which would be then the next component. Guys, it really is that simple. People overcomplicate it way too much. Pull-ups are integral when it comes to back development, and too many people kind of leave them alone because they'll do 1 set and they'll get jaded. Oh shit, man, I can only do like 5 repetitions. That doesn't matter. It's progress over time. Anyways, that's all the time we have in this video today. When you see me next, house, I'm going to do 30 clean reps of pull-ups in 1 set. Watch it. That would be high repetition. You know what I'm going to do after that? A 10,000 calorie challenge, because I've earned it. I think I would have burned 10,000 calories. Anyways, I gotta get out of here, guys. If you liked the video, make sure to like the damn video. And I'll see all of you, my rascals, in that next one. Peace.